Well, it's been just over 3 weeks since the 19th Goodwood Motor Circuit Revival meeting here at the wonderful Motor Circuit. We've spent the last fortnight or so looking back over some of the highlights of this great event. Well, not for fun, Tom Kristensen is known as Mr. Le Mans, but we think he should now be called Mr. Goodwood. For the 5th time, the Great Dane jumped in a car here at Goodwood he'd never even sat in before and put on a masterclass. He guided Joe Macari's Ferrari 250 GT short wheelbase to victory in the inaugural Kinrara Trophy.
Look how crowded it is down there, but look who's getting into number 15. Joe Macari very quickly out, and Tom Kristensen, 9 times Le Mans winner, hops into the number 15 Ferrari.
Well, Tom Kristensen's already put the fastest lap of the race in at 1:30.603.
But we want to look to the number 15 Ferrari, and there it is, Tom Kristensen making it dance to his will around the outside.
On the kink. Lavant kink.
And that's not someone he's lapping, that is for position with a driver of Simon Hadfield's calibre. A great move there from Tom Kristensen. Kristensen would just stick in behind. Where's the checkered flag? There's the checkered flag. So the Kinrara Trophy, 2-driver, 1-hour race to bring the Friday at the Goodwood Revival to a close, and a dominant win for Joe Macari and Tom Kristensen.
Well, 23-time Isle of Man TT winner John McGuinness has been coming to the Festival of Speed for many years, but he'd never raced at the Revival. Well, he righted that wrong in 2016, and he saddled a Manx Norton 500 with Glenn English in the Barry Sheen Memorial Trophy race, and only went and won it.
On the number 34, Norton gets away, and Glenn English, who fights with him regularly in the Lansdowne Cup number 1, Glenn English will hand over to John McGuinness in the later stages. Glenn English is on board. You watch this, ladies and gentlemen, the 23 times Isle of Man TT winner John McGuinness then climbing on board, taking over the bike from Glenn English. That was slick, that was quick. How quick do you want it? There is John McGuinness.
He must still be leading the race. He must. He had an enormous advantage before he came into the pit.
McGuinness then, as you say, a long way clear, nearly 30 seconds ahead of the Fitchett-Clues pairing. And it's John McGuinness, ladies and gentlemen, taking victory. Put your hands together for John McGuinness on the Norton. Over the line he goes to get the checkered flag.
One of the things Goodwood does so well is pay tribute to the legends of the sport. And in 2016, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of Sir Jack Brabham's Formula 1 World Championship in a car bearing his own name from 1966. All sorts of great cars that Sir Jack had tested or raced were assembled here at the Motor Circuit. The family was here in force to celebrate that great occasion, and a fun time was had by all.
David, one word: wow.
Wow, amazing. Thrilled, obviously, from a family point of view, to see so much support and love towards my father. And just look at the amazing cars that we've got here on the grid. You know, Lord March and his team have done a fantastic job to bring all these cars in from around the world, and, you know, it's a very special occasion.
For only the 2nd time in Goodwood Revival history, the St Mary's Trophy Saloon Car Thrash was a one-make affair for Austin A30 and A35 saloons of the 1950s. In the first part, where the celebrities got to drive, it was teeming with rain, but the superstars put on a real show. And we had an absolute humdinger between British touring car stars Andrew Jordan and Gordon Shedden.
Keep a look at the windscreen of number 4 in 2nd place. Gordon Shedden sitting low. Maybe that's to get better purchase on the rag he's using to clean the inside of the screen.
Got a yellow duster.
He's a rubbin. With our race leader Andrew Jordan coming into St Mary's first part. Sounds like a bag of bolts is rattling around inside the car. But look now, Shedden has cleaned the screen so clean that he's got a clear line of sight as they go down to Madrick. Up the inside he goes. No, he doesn't. These are touring car racers.
Yeah, AJ's never going to let that be that easy.
And a big slide.
Well, this is St Mary's having a look up the inside. There's a door. There's a closed door. Again and again, Andrew Jordan shows why he's such a successful British touring car racer. But Gordon Shedden is looking left, looking right. It's the puddle past the pits that Troy Corser went for a swim in, and victory in the opening, the first part of the St Mary's Trophy. But by how much? 0.1 of a second, perhaps.
One of the real highlights of the Sir Jack Brabham 50th anniversary tribute was when great Belgian all-rounder Jacky Ickx was reunited with the Brabham BT26A that he raced to second in the World Championship in 1969. He was part of the tribute out on the motor circuit, and I caught up with him here on the grid during that tribute.
Almost 50 years ago, I was in that Brabham BT26 at the Nürburgring, having 17 jumps a lap, and it was a very special day because also I was in front of Jacky Stewart, who I had a lot of admiration for. He has taught me also in 66, 67 a lot of new aspects of motor racing with Ken Tyrrell, and really I feel that the idea of Lord March to put this tribute to Jack Brabham and all the drivers of the era, it's a splendid idea.
The Whitsun Trophy for closed cockpit GT cars of the early 1960s is always an absolute thriller. They're the fastest cars here at Goodwood during the revival meeting, and the 2016 edition was no exception. We had Rob Huff, former World Touring Car Championship star, in a slightly underpowered Lotus 19 Oldsmobile against Mike Whittaker in a furious Lola T70 Spider, a car that has won this race before.
Look at Tiffany Dell through the middle, yeah, in the Lotus, and Tiffany Dell's had a brush with Rob Huff as Tiffany Dell comes around the outside.
A wide line in the background from Tony Sinclair. Does that give Tiffany Dell a chance? Well, Tiff even has a sniff down to Lavin if there isn't a chance, but really the closest point here was that a gap of about half a metre, maybe half a foot in fact, for GT40 55. It was going clear for Mike Whittaker, but now he's got Rob Huff right under him, and the first three coming by less than a second.
Huff down the inside.
Will there be contact? Well, Mike Whittaker wasn't going to give it up, and now trying to get the better exit. Will it be going the way of the Lotus? No, it won't. More grunt for the Lola T70, but look at the Ford GT40 with Chris Ward. They're almost three abreast on the starting straight, but Tiffany Dell, there was a problem for the GT40.
There's Rob Huff, and where is Mike Whittaker?
Who's in
what
the
happened?
race?
Oh, and there's Mike Whittaker behind Rob Huff. So I don't know what's happened. It's happened out of our sight.
So down to the chicane for the final time. Rob Huff threads that narrow Lotus 19 with the Oldsmobile Power in through the chicane, and Mike Whittaker, more grunt coming out of the chicane, but he's run out of time, but the hand is up. It's aloft. It's victory from third on the grid for Rob Huff.
Well, those were our highlights from an extraordinary Goodwood revival meeting. Don't forget to send us your favourites, whether they're pictures, videos or comments below. And don't forget you can subscribe to Goodwood's YouTube channel here, and you can watch other videos here.
Here's a replay. Oh, it's gone from way back.
Wow.
How did he miss
the Ferrari?